man. Oh boy. Oh golly. Okay. Hello. It is log 40. Big fat number. It's very nice. And oh man. Oh man. So I think Monday and Wednesday today kind of this week got swapped because oh man, I don't know what to do with my time and my life. Because, like the work-life balance stuff, right? Makes total sense. You work and then you rest. However, I'm an artist and I love what I do. So my rest is just spent coming up with more ideas for work, and then I want to do them all the time. But that's all work. So rest, I don't want to rest. I don't want to rest. I want to work all the time. I want to be some immortal ghost that just floats around and does art for all of eternity. Like, oh man, okay. So, last night, I got an idea for an animation. I was like, oh, that's so fun, that's gonna be so fun. So I put it together. After 9 p.m., after my cutoff, I was naughty. I did what I was not supposed to do, even though I really wanted to. So that little fun reasoning is always like, well, I want to do it. It's fun. So that means it's rest, right? No. So I did it. And I worked past an hour, didn't set a timer or anything. It was one of those, inspiration-stricken moments where you just gotta do it, and then you just keep doing it, and you lose track of time and all sense as a human being. And then it was almost midnight, and I hadn't been able to wind down at all, or do anything I had wanted to do that's related to, like, pre-bedtime routine doodles and stuff. So I did do yoga though because I missed the workout in the morning, so I did do nighttime themed yoga, which was fine. I don't know if it did anything good or bad necessarily, but I made sure I didn't forget it, so we kept it up. Did it again this morning too. But I woke up this morning, right? And I was already thinking about work. Sat up straight off the pillow, and I'm already thinking, oh, what am I doing today? And I lost the trust in myself. It wasn't a fun, like, oh, I can't wait till work time so I can think about what to do for work. No. The boundary has been breached, and it's a mess again. It's a free-for-all again. But I fended off the urges for a bit. I thought at first, well, I missed all of the relaxing stuff last night, so maybe I'll just do it this morning before class, because my class was at 11. I did wake up at 8:30. Woke up pretty early, which was nice. But then, I lounged around, I did yoga, I put on some fun clothes, and what else did I do with my morning? I did the morning pages. I'm starting to think maybe I should do 3 pages. Because 2 pages is nice, but like, would I get so much more out of this if I did another page? 2 days ago, I got so carried away, I thought I had more to say, so I did 3 pages. And I got into truth, honesty. I was just laying it out because I was tired of people and I didn't want to admit it to myself. So that 3rd page, I laid it out. And now, of course, I'm wondering if I'm being honest with myself again. Because with the other 2 pages stuff, I didn't do any tasks today. Granted, the first few tasks are kind of weird. You have to, like, find 5 cool rocks outside. I mean, I took a walk outside. I tried to look for rocks, but, like, there's not really a lot of places to find pocket-sized rocks. There's big rocks, but I can't be taking 5 of those off the ground in the middle of the day. Yes, so after whatever slow morning happened, Went to class. It was fun. I mean, I continued working on the animation that I started last night, actually. I didn't even work on classwork for the first half of class. For most of class, honestly. Geez, so I did the fun during the work and the work during the fun. Yeah, I just said no thanks to my schedule today that has been making me so happy recently. I said, I don't need that today. Guess what? It didn't end well. Oh my gosh, and I've been like weirdly tense all over. My left wrist has been like aching for the whole day on and off. I don't know what muscle is causing this, what kind of nerve tension this is. I don't know if it's from my shoulder. And it's my left arm too, it's not even my right. I mean, I'm thankful it's not my right, because that would have sucked, because that would hurt drawing. But like, ow, why? And I wasn't fully breathing again today. I was tight again. I was all fight or flight, hunker down, turtle, whatever mode. Even though I tried so hard to like, not overthink. But you know, when you don't let yourself rest for like 6 hours straight, it's kind of hard to meditate that away in like a minute. So, I had class, right? 3 hours long. Right after that, I forgot I had scheduled some like science lecture that I have to do for part of my like honors college qualifications. So that was another hour that I was like half drawing, half listening, but like I was trying to make that my rest while still being productive. I was trying to do the little multitasking thing where I weasel my way out of resting by still being productive. And then after that, went and sat down for an hour. I said, okay, I had a big fat work time. Now let's sit down and have some big fat rest time, right? Because it's rest time, because that's what we do now. I sat down and I was just so completely restless. The image, the vibe that I was having was, you know those the wind-up toy cars, right? The ones that you like, you roll on the ground and it goes like, that was me. I got so wound up from the beginning of the day that I was spinning out. I was just sitting there shaking. Like, I was eating my breakfast grilled cheese sandwich and I was shaking. And I was embarrassed. I was frustrated at myself. I was like, what? How did I let this happen to myself? Granted, this has been like, what, a week? 2 weeks of sudden random healthy behavior after years of being a full-on workaholic, so I'm really not giving myself a lot of grace here. But will I believe that? Not right now. Yeah. Even while I was beating myself up 2 nights ago, I was, looking back in retrospective, I was like, I'm so silly, man. Why am I so mad at myself? This was nothing. I'm doing it again. The exact same thing today. With like maybe a little more insight, but yeah. Long story short, I really, really tried to rest, but I just kept bouncing around like a little pinball in a pinball machine because I needed my rest time to be as constructive as possible. We've moved on from productive, now it's constructive. So like, no YouTube videos, no scrolling, which is good, don't want to scroll. But like, reading webtoons, or texting with friends, or whatever. It's like, I have to be either meditating on the mysteries of life, or like, listening to classical music, or being some weird, trained, uptight version of me that I'm not. Like, I forget how to have fun. I forgot how to have fun. Do I need to like download a game on my phone or something? Because all I can think of is more art, and I want to do more art so bad, but it's work, but I can't for 1 hour. I couldn't do it. I started another comic about a dream that I had last night, which was crazy. Like, it's a really cool dream, it's a really cool story. But everything I want to do is work. So Rest is forcing myself to stop having fun. And I don't know what to do with myself. Because I'm still thinking of like the reading deprivation stuff from week 4. So I'm like, oh, I shouldn't read a book, or I shouldn't watch this, or I shouldn't consume media. But like, when you're sitting there by yourself, you can't make stuff. I'm not just gonna stare at a wall for an hour. I tried to while I was eating my sandwich. But I just came up with more ideas for more work that I couldn't do. And I knew that I can only work at 1 hour at a time. And the only time I'm dedicating, or the only time I have, I'm dedicating to work. So I know I have no room for projects. So now I'm just throwing everything away so I can work on my personal stuff. Like, I guess this is my rebellion then. Because I said last vlog, I was like, oh, you know, I just have a lot of stuff on my plate, so I'll just not do any personal projects at all. Well, personal projects got mad today. They said, no, you are not ignoring this. So for my sanity, maybe I'll have to do all of my work at a slightly slower pace so I can feasibly, physically rest, maybe. Oh man. Okay, but yeah, so after that, I think I ended up drawing comics for another hour after that. So by that point, it was like 5 p.m.? Yeah. And then I promised myself I would paint. I wasn't really sure if I had the energy or not because I was so just into all of the work. I had no sense of energy or lack thereof, or yeah. Started to get the thing where like I was walking around after not working and I was feeling dazed. Like I was looking at a 2D surface for so long, so now I'm walking around and things are moving and they look weird. And then I start thinking like, oh, am I dizzy? Am I gonna pass out? I start almost panicking. And it's embarrassing. Cause like, I know this isn't true. I know this is overthinking. It's all in my head. But at the same time, I have to figure this out. I don't have to today, but when? Why can't I just get this over with? And then I was like, no, but you have to release. You have to not overthink. You have to trust the process. You have to trust. It's so hard to trust. Oh, man. Yeah, and I wanted to make soup tonight. I mean, I didn't want to, but I said I would. After the painting, which I think is done, I was not in the right headspace. Yeah, honestly, before I started painting, I had everything set up. I was staring at the canvas, and standing up and looking at it just felt so wrong. I was standing there and I was like, if I touch this, it's gonna blow up right now, or I'm gonna blow up, or both. So, to prevent myself from completely freaking out, I sat down and I was like, okay, I'll take my rest now. I got out the Artist's Way book and I reread this week about, you know, the work versus play thing, and it's like, oh, you know, you have to treat your play like your work. Maybe I should actually take that into account and be like, yes, I have to prioritize my personal projects as much as my work, even though there's not nearly enough hours in the day to do everything I want. But maybe there is if I just slow down. Take things one step at a time. I don't try to take 3 steps at a time and trip and fall on my face. And I just trust that I'm going to keep coming back to it, little by little. And that is the most effective way to do this. I know binging and working on something and sitting down for 3 hours sounds delicious. And I'll just get lost in it. And maybe I should allow time for that on the weekends. Or maybe it's a bad habit that needs to just go away. But it's exhausting being that parent, that enforcer to myself, to make myself do what I don't want to do. Because I'm want to do art all the time. Even now, tonight, I have 3 projects. No, well, 2. 2 current immediate projects. Technically 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, currently, in the most immediate sense, 2 projects. Both of which I worked on a lot today. Both of which are, I'd say almost done, but I finished the sketch part, now it's the color part. I want to see at least one of them done tonight. However, it's almost 10 p.m. I have another day full of stuff tomorrow, but I have to give this stuff space to exist so it doesn't butt into my other space unwarranted. I have to, but by doing that, that means I have to start by not working on it more tonight. But it's so painful to not work on something tonight. It's like, it feels like you're playing a piano scale, right? Just a C major piano scale, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and then it's just before the last note. You know, if you just push it a little more, it's gonna be complete and it's done and it's concluded and you can move on with your life. But it's just waiting. I'm thinking maybe I can just color the one. I mean, it's 10. I mean, I still have to shower. I mean, I didn't even do any editing tonight. I didn't do any comic tonight. Any miraculous comic. I mean, I wrote an entirely new one in the middle of the day. But, oh, the soup thing. I didn't make soup tonight. Didn't even have the chance because I got back at 8 p.m. Left at 10 a.m. Came back at 8. And I don't really, I ate through all of my food. Kind of forgot that when you use food, you have to buy more. So I got overpriced ramen. Really good overpriced ramen, but it was still a lot of money. And the frames I'm trying to buy for the one art show, that shipment keeps there's an error coming up, and if I don't figure it out by within the next 12 hours, they're not going to deliver on time. And there's just a lot of other things. There's a show installation happening tomorrow that I have to overlook, and it's like, oh, I'm getting squeezed in all directions. And I just don't know what rest is for me. What counts as a project? What counts as rest art? And do I just have tunnel vision right now? Because I swear there are other things I like to do with my life besides art, but right now that's all I see. It's what I want to do. This is confusing. I really wish there was a manual for me. Could someone like 50 years in the future come back here, scan my brain, and just give me a list of how to manage all of this? Because there's so much passion, there's so much inspiration. And honestly, right now, the more I feed into it, the more I get. But time is restricted, energy is restricted, and mental capacity is restricted. So I just have to sit here knowing I will never get enough done in a day. How do I just not feel unsatisfied all the time? By slowing down, I think. Dude, I was so peaceful yesterday, and the day before that. Yesterday was great. I was like, I'm on top of the world. I'm so cool. Things are going great. I figured out my life. Not today. I don't know what happened today. But... oh, man. I did, though. After I came back here, I put on a show that I've been putting off for a while that I really want to keep watching. It's a Cowboy Bebop. I started it 2 summers ago, and I love the music so much. And like, every other week I'm like, oh, I want to keep watching that. Finally continued it today. And it is very good. Yeah, watching shows is good. I can watch shows and movies, and I play piano. But no, I want to write and draw and make things and post things. No, legitimately, today feels like a backslide. It feels like I gave myself another hit of the juice and I'd feel addicted all over again. And now I don't know what to do with myself, besides get more of it. Oh man, I need to slow down and to stop beating myself up, because that makes things worse. Shame is not really a useful thing. Why am I ashamed? I mean, I tried my best today. Didn't go well, but that's fine. We're not perfectionists anymore. And like, on paper, I got so much done, but we're not valuing the day on that anymore. I guess I'm just annoyed at how stressed I got. I didn't really talk to anyone today again, though. Well, no. I did talk to people, but they weren't people I particularly enjoyed talking to. So that kind of just made things worse. I want to animate. There's this animation. I was working on it today. I think it's fun. It makes me smile every time I watch it. And I want to color it. But here's the question. Do I want to color it to post it and to get the feedback and the approval? Because right now the numbers in all of my accounts have been slowly declining. I'm mostly okay with that. But today I started to get the itch. I started making stuff and I started thinking, oh, this will be the thing to get my numbers back up. And then suddenly there was so much more urgency to it. And then it wasn't just for me anymore. And then it turned into work? Question mark? Yeah. Okay. Okay, you know what? To give myself something to count on tomorrow, because I keep saying, oh, schedule time for projects, but I don't actually do it. Let's see. Let's make real plans so I can just put all this energy into the near future. Get it off my shoulders and put it on the calendar. So, I have a call at 7 and I have class at 8. It'll be virtual. I'll still be here. I'll still have all of my computers and my monitors and everything I need. So, after that class, which usually ends early, it's about like an hour, that means probably morning pages and yoga, because I don't think I'll get that stuff done before 7, let's be real. Morning pages, yoga, and 30 minutes break, I guess. And then, for an hour, after that, I will do personal projects. Yeah, maybe I just have to work on fending off the urgency of the work. It's tough because it is for other people. And I still don't feel important enough to put that stuff off for my sake. But another part of this week is the abundance, I guess. Just being generous with yourself. And understanding that work you love does not make it less work. It just means you love it. Or something. Oh man, what a rant today. What a rant. Yeah. Okay. You know what? That already makes me feel better, actually. Scheduling the thing. Yeah. I feel I still have enough trust in myself to know that I'll stick to it, and I think I feel solid enough. That's why. That's the urgency with the personal projects, because they butt in, and then I kick them out, and then they get abandoned. One after another. So I feel like I have to catch it before it disappears, because I know I won't prioritize it. Okay. See, I think the artistic spirit just got a little mad today. It felt ignored. It lashed out. I felt it. I will not be ignoring it again. So, yeah, I will feel, most likely, less productive in terms of other work. That's going to happen because I will be scheduling less time for work. But I've also started sticking in more than 3 tasks in a day again. I started overbooking myself. Alright. We have many days to try this out. This is still somewhat early in the semester. I'm still young. Oh, lovely thing though. Completely off topic and changing the vibe. On my little outdoor walk today, I saw crocuses starting to bloom. They haven't fully bloomed yet, but I saw the little purple, and I gotta say, crocuses are probably one of my favorite flowers ever, because they show up the earliest, and they just let you know that, hey, things are getting warmer, winter's starting to go away a little bit, then there's like 3 more cold snaps until May, but it's just, it gives you so much hope. It's such a beautiful color to see, in all of the gray and the brown and all of the dormant stuff. It's very nice. I've also been thinking about how appropriate this whole journey has been, including this and all of 2025. It's matched up completely with the seasons. And personally, as a nature nut who loves all of her plant metaphors and all of the comparing to, plant life and the flora and the fauna and the universe and everything's connected and all that, I find it to be very satisfying and very lovely and poetic. Talk about visual storytelling, right? But, okay. The pressure is off, I believe. The artistic spirit has been satisfied with the scheduling. I will stick to it, and now there's mental space free to wind down. Please. And you know what? I know probably as soon as I calm down and slow down enough, probably after my shower, I'm gonna get hit with so much fatigue. And you know what? I'm gonna lean right into that. It's gonna be beautiful. Oh man, I need a cookie and a shower. And I'll finally get back to my little personal document, my little personal story that I've been putting off again more personal things getting shafted for like 3 days. So, yeah. I have to be generous. We have to embrace abundance. Because the creative spirit is unlimited. Time is limited. So, that's the thing. Yeah. Wow. This is gonna be fun to edit and watch back on later, I bet. If you relate to this, I hope you appreciate the crash out. If you don't relate to this, I'm not insane, I swear. I don't hear voices. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That's gonna be it for tonight. And I really hope tomorrow I start to maybe figure out what is going on. But you know what? I'm not worried. I know I'm a human. I know this is how human progress looks. It is not linear. We know this. So honestly, I know I'll probably bounce right back tomorrow morning. You know, the week 6 thing did say that this week was going to be volatile. So we're already experiencing that, that's for sure. Even though I didn't do any tasks yet. Might be unrelated. Or that maybe that's just how this part of the week goes. Maybe that's just predicting that already, because I seem to be reading the book with my mind. Yeah. So then. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's enough ranting for the night. If I need to talk to the shower wall, I will do so. But you guys don't need to be around for that. So long. I hope you enjoyed the rant. Okay, hello. I'm fresh out of the shower, so I have some fresh ideas. And this video is gonna be so long. But I don't care, I have to say this because I have to get this on camera and like record it and whatever. So, yeah, so that was it. That was the solution. I think I just figured it out for myself on camera last time. Yeah, so I scheduled in my mind time tomorrow. I was in the shower, I was thinking like, oh, maybe, I gotta treat work and play equally, so like maybe I'll just alternate personal versus work versus personal, but then I was like, no, but I have so much stuff, but like, no, but I should value myself, but we're gonna figure that out for the rest of the week. That's not what we're talking about right now. But I realized why I was so loud today, why the artist spirit was so loud, yeah, expressive today. My inner child had a fit. It had a tantrum. And let me say, as a kid, and I'm being completely serious here, from what I can remember from when I was conscious and not like a 2-year-old, I've never thrown a tantrum in my life. Alright? I was a very reserved, old soul, mature for her age type child. So, wasn't really expressive. If I didn't get what I wanted, I'd suck it up and not say anything. I would never, ever throw a tantrum. But now, with all of this inner child love and pampering and the little me, the little girl inside of me, she's getting so much more expressive, and she feels safe enough to throw a tantrum. She felt shafted today, and she let me have it. Because, oh man, I feel like a pressure cooker or a teapot, that just let out all of the pressure. My wrist stopped hurting. Everything just... I figured out what I needed to figure out. And I am comfortable with just doing whatever I want tonight. Now. Because I know, and I trust that I will do it tomorrow at a certain time for a certain period of time, and things will get done in their time. It's no longer a race to be seen. It's just one last thing though, because I'm thinking about this, you know? The reaction, the amount of like insane progress I've made within myself within this past year, you know? I think a couple logs back, I was discounting all of the, you know, the emotional journey and such that I had to go through, and I was like, I was being so dramatic. But no, if I didn't learn the origins of all of my lovely habits, and if I didn't dig up all the bad stuff, and if I didn't grieve what I needed to grieve, and it took a while, and it was a lot. It was a lot. It was the most I've cried in my life. But if I didn't figure that out first, this would not be possible. I would not even be close to where I'm at right now. So I gotta be proud of myself real quick. Like, that's kind of a badass thing to do. Like, I literally, yeah. So, I single-handedly uprooted all of my, well, learned that I had childhood trauma, uprooted all of that, dealt with it, faced the facts, started undoing all of my habits, made a sick self-portrait out of it and a bunch of comics, and hopefully helped other people along the same path. And now I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. So, yeah. Now, on top of that, all we gotta do is to get absolutely ripped. Yes. That is another one of my dreams. We're close. We're getting there. We're doing push-ups every other day or so, and you know, yoga is really good for muscle tone. But dude, I want to flex and like, you know, JoJo's characters, if you know what I mean. Part of it, honestly, might be because I wanted to feel important by looking and being physically strong. Because I didn't feel like I could be important, big enough, whatever. A lot of stuff, but you know, that's like stuff for me to figure out, not really something for me to yap about on camera and post online. Although, I basically spill my guts out on the comics and post those online. But you know what? Hey, why not, right? It's not like I'm gonna see most of you guys, unless my friends watch this. Like, hey, we're all humans out here. We're all trying to figure out all of this stuff. Why try and cover it up? Yeah, I've hid all this stuff from myself my entire life. So now I'm not hiding it from myself anymore. So why hide it for everyone else? Like, if I share my truth, it might really help someone. So, yeah. Authenticity is the way to go. Screw being perfect. Screw covering things up. Nuh-uh, we don't do that in here. In here. I was gonna say, we don't do that anymore, and we don't do that here. Okay. I'm starting to make Frankenstein words. It's usually a sign that my brain is winding down. So I know the crash is coming soon. So this is probably the longest video yet. Maybe. Probably. But hey, we just recorded a breakthrough and went through all that stuff. So yeah. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm going to be perfect from now on. Obviously, that is not the case. We know this. And if I wake up tomorrow stressed again, I will try to be patient. I will try. But I have a feeling tomorrow's going to go pretty well. If anything, I'm just more excited for my projects again, and that is a wonderful feeling that I missed. Even though I just started getting it, I missed it again. And you know what? That painting, I want to get my professor's opinion on it on Friday, so I won't consider it officially done until then. Also, because my mind really wasn't clear today. I didn't mess anything up, but I mean, I'll give it. Oh, I never signed it. I never signed my paintings. I have to do that. I have a little artist signature as well, but didn't think I was important enough. Didn't think anyone would care. Well, you know what? That means the signature is going to be even that much more significant, because now I'm stapling my identity on that thing. That's mine. So, Yeah, now I get to figure out what I'm going to paint next. Which will be exciting. I'm thinking a lot of things, but you know what? We're going to be figuring that out later. Oh, so many ideas that I will think about, and I will not feel pressure to do immediately. Balance, peace, patience, and trust. Alright. Well then. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. I certainly enjoyed being done with it. It feels very nice. So, oh man, and it's almost 11. That's not too, no. Yeah, it means I'm already not getting 8 hours of sleep tonight. Whoops. Oh well. Yep. Alright. Good night for real. This is, you know, it's only appropriate that this whole big thing happened on a big 4-0. Although, you know what, my favorite number in the world is 49. No particular reason. It just speaks to me. It's fun to say. And you know, it's good to have a favorite number. Because whenever you see it out in the world, it's like, oh, there it is. It's just another reason to be happy for something. Like, why not have a favorite number? It was fun. So, yes, that is that. Good night.